My name is Rocky Avekenstam Brennicke. I've been a marketing executive in the apparel industry for a very long time, spent 5.5 years at H&M Group. My latest assignment was as Director Brand and Creative at Other Stories, and right now I'm supporting brand with growth, marketing and brand strategies as a freelancer. I think it's really hard to keep the same growth as online retailers did during Corona, because people were literally stuck at home and all the offline stores were closed. Also, I think a lot of online retailers have a very broad offer, ending up maybe not as customized as it should be to the customer. And we should not forget all the geopolitical challenges we have right now. And we have an ongoing war, and also we have a recession. So it's very challenging for the online retailers right now, I think, unfortunately, especially in the apparel industry. We can really see a growing middle class in China, and especially among younger people. They're also very well educated usually, and really, really hardworking. It is actually a thing called 996 in China, which means that the company expects you to work from 9 to 9, 6 days a week. So when they have their day off, they kind of shop for fulfillment and are of course then super picky about the experience and that it's friction free. And I think we could really learn from that. It sounds simple and easy as being customer obsessed, but make it friction free. The whole customer journey, and don't forget the delivery, the later part of the customer journey. If you talk about different generation, for example, the X generation, which is me, and our parent generation, the boomers. I mean, we are not born into social media, especially not our parent generation. And if you're not a daily user of social media, of course, it's a bigger gap to bridge. So it just needs to be super easy and intuitive, I think. And content commerce is probably a great way to bridge the gap because it is very intuitive and also very inspirational. And conversation commerce, I mean, to have that personal contact and also support when shopping. I don't think you should underestimate that micro or even actually nano influencers could have a much bigger engagement with their followers than the huge ones. So I would team up with the micro and nano ones and make sure that they have a true interest in your brand, because that will rub off. It could be a smart thing to try to grow where your forehand is. And for me, Meta is content, experience, maybe dream providers. They're not e-com. Also, I guess it's a lot of security and practical issues with owning the whole checkout process and payment process. So I think they should probably dig where they stand, and maybe they came to the same conclusion. I don't know. Probably live shopping is about instant gratification, right? It's kind of an upgraded and in the apparel industry more fashionable way of doing TV shop, right? It's just a modernized version. And this interaction that I keep coming back to, you could have a conversation with the live shopper host or hostess. I think it's really important for media houses, if you take like fashion magazines, for example, that they create content that feel curated and not commercial. Because if it feels too commercial, it kind of lose the trustworthiness, and you probably read magazine because you think some of the editorials are really, really good curators and you like what they do. What I'm saying now might seem like a no-brainer, but you can't say it enough. I mean, you need to be serious about your customer obsession, because companies could end up having more focus on their own goals, or maybe, worst case, their own assumptions. And to be honest, the customer doesn't really care about the company goals. So if you just give them a really attractive offer and make the customer journey really, really smooth, that's how you achieve your goals. Yeah, I think to be a winner, you need to combine the experience of the brand values, and a super smooth customer journey. You can't do either or. And I think Patagonia is a great example of how you could achieve that. And some online retailers, not only Zalando, maybe have some challenge there since you don't meet brand directly. I think it will be very, very significant if you look at future shopping behavior, because you do want to shop where you get inspired by content. I also think it's super important to have this one-to-one conversation with the customer. So we shouldn't forget about customer service. I think that's also super important to create this conversation with the customer.